All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. And it's a great way to let me know, it's a big thank you, that you found all my effort and time worthwhile and you found value in the information that I shared, and it helps out the YouTube channel. Now, stay tuned towards the end of the video because I have a lot of information to share as well. Apart from these chart analysis, we're going to talk about the S&P 500 index, 10-year treasury, and the overall market, and how to be prepared in this turbulence to be ready like a hawk to strike for opportunities. So stay tuned for all that information. So here we are with Nndm, and Nano Dimension stock has pulled back a bit, kind of just sitting sideways from the little bit of a sideways movement before the run up yesterday that the overall market had, and Nano Dimensions actually had some benefit from it, and it started to pull back today with the overall market as we see it, and we're going to touch base on that later. But let's go ahead and move our support and resistance in just a moment to their new locations. But let's look at what ARK Invest has done. Now, before I show ARK Invest, if you want to pause the video, I would love for you to comment down below, what do you think ARK Invest did? Did they buy, did they sell, or did they hold? Pause the video, comment down below, or you can comment as I'm speaking, and let's go ahead and look at it. So here we are with ARKQ on the 17th. Today's the 18th. On the 17th right here, and they have 6,961,943 shares. So in this position, an ETF, they went ahead and stayed the same. You could see it here. ARKQ on the 18th, 6,961,943. So when you look at the difference, what they went ahead and did is stayed the same. Nothing changed for this ETF. Now, ARKW on the 17th, which was yesterday, they had 5,726,918 shares. And today, they have a total amount on ARKQ on the 18th, 5,720,895 shares. So when you look at the difference there, they went down by around 6,000 shares here on their position for ARKW. So they held the same in ARKQ and they sold a few from ARKW. So that's not really a really negative perspective or anything bearish on their end. I just look at it as rebalancing and, just different opportunities that they're probably trying to obtain. So that was a very small amount, not a really big impact. Even though they sold, I wouldn't look at it as a red flag. If anything, I would just call it a hold. They literally held about the same in both ETFs. So let's go ahead and see our resistance and support. So the 50-day moving average here is 1052. Anything below it is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. Now, this support level down here of 961, super important. You want to keep that in mind if this support gets broken through, which is 1002. If 1002 gets broken through, you want to watch carefully how it reacts between this support and the next support to see if the bulls try to reappear, bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, the 50-day moving average is 1052, okay? We're below it, bearish territory. Anything above it is bullish. So keep that in mind. We are in tug-of-war zone here, but the closer we get to support, the deeper we're getting into bearish territory. So it's something to watch and be aware of. Now, the resistance is 1081. So if support gets broken through and, 50-day moving average gets broken through and we're getting closer into bullish territory, then the true goal here for the bulls to build more momentum, pull away from the 50-day moving average and go upwards, is to break through 1081, turn it into a support, and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. If they accomplish that, their next goal would be up here at 1112. But before getting there, 1081 needs to be broken through to pull away from the 50-day moving average and show leverage of getting deeper into bullish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have a lot to cover with you guys that you won't want to miss. Whether you're experienced, beginner, or learning investor, there's always something new to learn, and this will help you have a hawk perspective to strike for opportunities. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. And I know we don't want to talk about this. Like, why are we looking at the S&P 500 index? I want to talk about stocks that are going to go up. Tell us what stocks to look for. Invest for Tomorrow. I get it. I don't like doing these videos, but I enjoy doing them because I'm sharing with you guys my insight, my opinion. And every time I talk about it, it's just to give you guys some preparedness and turn us into hawks, right? We want to be hawks flying above, just waiting, with that eagle eye vision to strike for the opportunities, because that's what we're looking for. We want to be, just hovering, chilling, as I call it, and just kind of taking it easy, man, and taking it step by step, and let this storm be a storm, but you just ride the wind, and then once it's ready, you strike it, and you take it. You take what's yours. So one thing that I want us to be aware of is in this video, I know I want to talk about a stock, but if you guys didn't know, I have a second channel. It's a very small channel. Just got it started a few days ago, about a week ago, and here we are with one of the most recent videos, and I'm talking about individual stocks. A lot of people are loving it, and I'm talking about stocks that I've talked about here before, or just reiterating on some of them. And they're going to be short videos, just about the stock, nothing else, no chart analysis, just diving in deep into why the stock has potential. So definitely check out those videos. Check out the channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate your guys' support. Let's try to get to, 100 subscribers before 1,000. But the goal is to get to 1,000 plus in the very short term, especially that we have here on my main channel, well over 24,000, 25,000 different individuals already, which is so awesome. I'm so glad. I'm thankful for all of your guys' support. But let's jump into this. So the S&P 500, why is it pulling back? In simple terms, it is the 10-year treasury. Look at that spike in just a few days. I mean, in just 2 weeks, we've spiked up tremendously. And if we put the 1 day is going to show us a pretty big consolidation within the 1.71 range. And then if we put the 5 day, you could see here the big spike from 1.63 all the way up to 1.75. So that was the big shock here in the market today. Could we see more pullback tomorrow? Certainly, it's not guaranteed. No one knows the bottom. No one knows how far it could go, but it's possible. Now, I want you guys to be aware that in my previous videos, if you guys have heard it, I would love for you guys to comment down below if you've heard me say this before, but I always say this, that we could see this reaching 1.7 to 2.0. I've talked about it, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2.0. At some point, we're going to find a consolidation, right? Finally, like this for weeks or maybe a month. And the stock market's going to get detached from this. But the more we spike up like this, crazy spikes, the more volatility it's going to give us in the market. But the more the opportunities are getting bigger and better. Why? Because we're hawks. We want to catch these bottoms. We want to catch these dips. Now, we don't know the bottom, so you might want to, kind of wait out the first dip. Like, these first 2 dips, I was a little hesitant, but every dip after that, I was striking. I want you guys to be aware of that. And this is not financial advice, and I'm not here to tell you guys how to buy, sell, or hold any position, but, this is our first dip. Let's kind of get a feel for it. Now, if we dip even harder tomorrow, as an investor, you want to rationalize how things are going and what that means for you. Now, I don't know how far down we can go, but I do know that we could possibly re-meet somewhere in the middle of this run, probably re-meet down to these lows, or possibly even break through it. But that's why you want to find stocks that you're willing to hold for more than 6 months, more than a year, so that when these dips are happening, opportunities are presenting themselves, you strike every single time. And after you're done striking, at some point, every single pullback is the beginning of another bull run. And if you pay attention to the micro perspective of a pullback, in these little movements, every pullback had a run. Every pullback had a run. Just look at it. Look at the chart. Now, after a bigger perspective, every pullback has a bigger run. Every pullback has a bigger run. Every pullback has a bigger run. I mean, it's just like the rule of life. I don't know. I guess stocks know what gravity is because they pull back to it, and all of a sudden they know how to, go to Earth's gravity, which pulls things down like an apple falling from a tree, and then all of a sudden they go to the moon, and all of a sudden they go off of the moon's gravity, which you jump and you kind of just start hovering your way up until, gravity pulls you right back down. I don't know. It's like it's a double-edged sword. It likes being at Earth, and it likes going to the moon where there's less gravity and stuff like that. So it's just a rule of thumb that every pullback is going to have a run, and every run is set to have a pullback. That's just the way the market works. But throughout all that volatility and the small movements, when you zoom out, stocks tend to go upwards if you find the right ones and if you're in the right sectors of the market. Because the overall market gives you an idea, but individual stocks don't always go the way the market's going. Sometimes they do better, sometimes they do worse. That's why you want to find stocks that you have high conviction in and you know why you're in them. So that's the point as a hawk to strike. So if there's stocks that you believed in back here, back here, back here, you best believe that on pullbacks you need to believe in it more than ever. Okay? It depends though if fundamentals have changed. So that's another thing too. If the pullback is pretty big, you want to focus in on stocks that their fundamentals haven't changed. Good balance sheet. Their revenue is growing. Net profit is growing. The demand is there. Stuff like that. Because when you're around penny stocks, sometimes their fundamentals were never good to begin with. They were just running because of speculation, hype, and news. So some stocks run on speculation, hype, and news, and those are great stocks when the overall market over months is going upwards. But when it's this volatile within just 3 months, you want to find stronger fundamentals, not stocks that just move when an article comes out. Articles help, speculation helps, but fundamentals are the foundation to where the stock can go and how far down it can go and how far up its potential is to go. So keep that in mind. So I want you guys as investors to focus in on these opportunities. Now, I don't know if I already showed this, but I want to go ahead and repeat this if I did already. But yesterday in the 5-minute chart, you can see here the power of Jerome Powell speaking. And I pointed out 2 points, the bottom here and the top here. And this was a run and this was a pullback, and it continued to pull downwards today. I want to ask every single investor, at what point do you think Jerome Powell started to speak? At point A or point B? I'm going to cover this tomorrow. I hope you guys have a comment down below for us. There is no right or wrong answer. I just want to have a discussion as a community, and I look forward to seeing people's perspective, and I will share my opinion on why one point is more significant than the other. So I look forward to seeing everybody's thoughts on that. I want you guys to be hawks, ready to strike. Don't be fearful. Be ready. Be prepared. We are not bears. We are bulls, but we want to be prepared. We want to be ready. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.